Hey, Bo, it's the season of giving. You ready for the show tonight?
Yeah, we are. And you know, I've got a great idea. It's
Okay.
season 7.
Yeah.
Let's make season 7 the season of giving. Like giving me a raise or giving me a paycheck or something like that.
We'll talk about it later. We're paying you in exposure bucks.
Exposure? People die from exposure.
The moves that you do are on purpose. Sing like a sing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you. Pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey! Oh man, if autumn came and told me, son.
And now Fayetteville's late night gift that keeps on giving, Jason Suel!
Yes, welcome folks to Later with Jason Suel, entertainment television with heart.
Saturday nights again.
Saturday nights, so glad you're here, so glad you're tuned in. We're having a lot of fun on our show as we always do. It's the season of giving, you know, it's the season of also all warm things, all things like pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice, Cheetos, pumpkin
I thought you were going to
spice,
give us all
Peppermint
something today.
mocha!
all of it.
Because I said season of giving?
Yes.
Yes, look under your chair and you get a car. No.
A pink slip.
I don't have a chair.
Yeah.
Speaking of it being a season of giving, the Northwest Arkansas Food Bank is joining us on the show. We're going to talk about all the things they have going on, all the ways that you can get
really cool
involved.
stuff.
Doing really, really cool stuff. I'm happy that they're here. We're also welcoming musical guest, the Peace Warriors are joining us.
That seems kind of like an oxymoron.
They're soldiers for peace out
They
there.
fight for
That's right.
peace.
They do. Rochelle Bradshaw, Darren Crisp, kind of uniting. Really cool music video. I think that is also in line with this season and the season of giving. And then down there, man, our chef's table. We are so fortunate to have him back on the show. It's
be a
Chef
good one.
Stephen Brooks. What are we
up?
doing at the chef's table today, man?
Man, my wife made you guys some really beautiful pumpkin spice muffins that I'm actually gonna be decorating right now for you. But man, I brought for you guys, I smoked beautiful, beautiful Cornish game hen, little squab action going on. Gouda cheese grits. We're gonna do a little pickled shallots, pickled jalapenos. It's gonna be good, man.
My
It's gonna
mouth
be good.
is
Of course it is.
already watering. And you are getting something today, Ban. Sounds like you're going to get
A meal for once.
a treat. Yeah, absolutely.
A bite of a meal?
Yeah, everyone gets one bite. No, I think there's enough of those baked goods for all of us
When
to
Chef
have.
Brooks comes in,
That's what
everybody
I'm talking
leaves
about.
full.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And with a big smile on your face. So we appreciate you, Chef Steve Brooks.
That's what I do.
Right now, we're going to send it over to our friend Chase Goforth, who's giving us another Real Thoughts. And then stick around. All those things we just talked about, they're all happening later.
Jar Jar Binks. The name sends a wave of nausea through many a Star Wars fan. He's become synonymous with superfluous digital effects. Introduced 20 years ago in Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace, Jar Jar was George Lucas' obsession. He would be the first all-digital character in a live-action feature film. He had a vision of a digital future, and he was going to personally lead the rebellion.
The real point is how can we manage to change the operating procedures in a way that we can completely revolutionize the way we make movies so that this is all doable. Because it's not just that we have to do it for this picture, we have to do it for 2 more pictures. And also, if this picture works, then everybody else will want it done for their picture.
And Jar Jar? Well, Jar Jar was a keystone in the uprising. Love him or hate him, Jar Jar is the artistic and technological breakthrough that allowed for later digital characters like Gollum, the Na'vi from Avatar, Davy Jones, and a whole host of Marvel characters like Spider-Man and Hulk. Hell, the vast majority of the time you see Iron Man in his armor, it's 100% digital now, and it's seamless. You'd never really notice. Of course, the prequels weren't just about Jar Jar. Episode 2 was the first feature shot entirely digitally. It's the standard now, but it was eyed suspiciously by the establishment at the time.
Video today is still modern art, not even good modern art yet.
There is a lot of controversy about the fact that we're shooting this digitally. As far as I'm concerned, they should have been shooting digital cinema 20 years ago. People say, why am I doing it? The real question is, why not?
Part of the problem with the prequels is the digital compositing and CGI environments. Entire sections of these films were shot on empty green screen stages, resulting in some pretty boring camera work. Most of those scenes are nothing more than a wide shot, an over the shoulder, and a reverse. It's dull. But with nothing but an empty room to shoot and adding the backgrounds later, it's hard to be creative without seeing the environments there in person. But Lucas was the first guy to go into the den of digital environment with a whip and a chair and tame the beast. Later films like Sin City and Avatar would build on this foundation with much better results. Digital shooting and post-production didn't exist until Lucas willed it into existence. Lucas is directly responsible for the creation of Pixar, Edit Droid digital editing, digital film cameras, digital workflow, digital projection in theaters, digital VFX, and CGI. The term Video Village is ubiquitous on film sets now, but the term didn't exist 20 years ago. It came from Lucasfilm. I don't know how much Lucas even cared about the story of the prequels. He was busy going to war against the establishment to completely change every aspect of how films are made. George Lucas might not be a great director, but he's a visionary, and we owe him some thanks. We probably owe Jar Jar a little respect. If you're a Star Wars fan, it's a great documentary right now called The People vs. George Lucas. It's streaming on Hulu. Give it a shot.
Sam's Furniture doing good. Shine a spotlight on your neighborhood.
Well, we are here at Sam's Furniture, and we've got Jenny Sorey from Hub of Hope. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, thanks for having me, and thank you to Sam's for providing the opportunity.
Man, we love it here. They always set us up so nice. They put us on a really comfy couch.
Very
today.
comfy, very comfy.
Very comfy. Tell us about the work Hub of Hope does in our community.
I would love to. So we are a nonprofit based here in Northwest Arkansas. We work to bring healing and opportunities to victims of human trafficking, and we provide prevention and education to the community. So we do that in a variety of ways. We do a lot of awareness and education events where we teach the public to recognize the markers and identifiers of human trafficking. And then we also do lots of outreaches. Our hope is to come in contact with survivors, many who don't even know that they're a victim of a crime, and help them move from that place of entrapment, enslavement, exploitation into a life of freedom and restoration and healing.
I love that. Say I wanted to get involved. How would I do it?
Hey, we love volunteers. In fact, at this time, we are an all-volunteer organization. And so you could reach us on hubofhope.org, and we're also on social media at Hub of Hope NWA.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jenny. We
Thanks
appreciate
for having
you.
me. Boom. Hey.
Ooh.
Come on.
Welcome back, everybody. Later with Jason Suel. We're joined by Casey Cowan, Northwest Arkansas Food Bank. Thank you so much for agreeing to be on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me and for this opportunity.
Absolutely. The food bank does so much. I'm curious though, when did the food bank start? How long have you been around?
The food bank started a little over 30 years ago.
Wow.
And it started with a group of concerned citizens that came to this really sassy and determined lady named June Self.
Okay.
We say it basically started out of the trunk of her car. But she was with us till I think the early, she didn't retire till the early 2000s, but just, in 1988 was when it began. And last year we celebrated our 30th anniversary.
30 years of being in part of Northwest Arkansas. And you also just mentioned you're part of a merger or something happened where you...
Actually, Feed Communities. We just merged with Feed Communities, and we were able to acquire one of their staff members.
Okay.
And so, now the one piece that we were kind of missing, which was the gardening portion, we have this wonderful person, Nina Evans, that's came on board, and she's now doing our gardening and our education, and she's also really fluent in nutrition, and so we feel like we've really gained
Yeah.
with this merger.
So we've kind of talked around
Right.
this so far, I
Right.
think, but what are the services that the Northwest Arkansas Food Bank provides
Right.
for the community?
In August, we served 1,019 families.
Wow.
So that's like 3 times as many people.
That's a huge amount of people that you're serving on a monthly basis, like 1,000 plus people.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
I wonder if you can speak to maybe any kind of like personal story or how you've seen the food bank impact lives in Northwest Arkansas.
Yes, I can tell you from just getting to be a part of Mobile Pantry now, I've almost been at the food bank 3 years, and you know, when you see some of the folks that receive the fresh produce and that they otherwise wouldn't be able to afford because, you know, that's a luxury item in the
Sure.
grocery for a lot of folks, you
Yeah.
know, to get an apple or a banana or an orange, or especially like sometimes we get grapes or cherries
Right.
or really fun things
Yeah.
that
Exotic.
that-
Those exotic
yeah,
fruits.
so when I see people light up and say thank you so much, you know, I haven't had an orange in 6 months or
Right.
what have you, and that really, you know, you really feel like maybe you're making a little bit of
Yeah.
a difference.
You bring up a good point that you know, I do a lot of community engaged activities, and one of the things, like, we're sitting here, you know, talking about how amazing this is and how cool it is, which it is, but it's because of a problem that doesn't need to be here. And like, how can people, you know, one of the things that I have trouble with a lot is when we're talking about how amazing a service is, people think that, oh, well, there's the solution. How can we, like, people that are watching now, how can we activate them to be a part of this change to help?
2 great ways that you can help the food bank and our community is, number 1, you can volunteer. You can go to NWAFoodBank.org and you can sign up. You can help us at the food bank either, you know, build food boxes. You can help us sort through produce. You can help us at a mobile pantry. So that's one way. And then another way is to donate. You can either donate your resource. Every $1 equals 10 meals for us.
Wow.
Because of the way that we operate.
Yeah.
And then also that you could donate food.
And you heard it here. Also, NWAFoodBank.org is where people can go to find out more information, to sign up to be a volunteer. You've got all of the things listed there on your website. So,
Yes.
Thank you for the work that you do in the community. Thank you, Northwest Arkansas Food Bank, and thank you, Casey, for being here. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Stick around. We got more later.
Our musical guest brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Walton Arts Center, presenting the West Street Live series.
Ask what you can do for love. Ask not what love can do for you, but ask
Gouda in the grits. You're gonna love the tasty bits. It's Chef Brooks.
Yes, it is Chef Brooks down here at our chef's table. Man,
I love that song.
I think that's one of the best songs.
That's really good.
Yeah, one of the best songs that our band has put together. Absolutely. Man, you got, what's happening? We've got these.
We got burble goops. We got
cupcakes.
We got little tiny chicken.
Yes.
Porgs. I think these are porgs.
Yeah,
Man,
Star Wars.
so this time of year, you know, man, so many turkeys and all in my lifetime of cooking.
Right.
I'm just not about it. I did a little smoked Cornish game hen for you guys. Man, pickled some onions, pickled some jalapenos. We got some jus going on. Some grits, Gouda grits. So this, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, throw it together.
I'll show you what we're doing. Bo, if you will grab me those grits from down there, please, sir. So
grits.
Just because we have to make it look nice.
It's gonna look pretty.
It's got to be pretty.
I gotta mess it up.
You got to try those though, and they're good. I mean, that Gouda's got some love.
So this is
on
Gouda
it.
grits, right? So we got cheese in here, man. Come on.
Southern boy, man. You know what I mean? Southern boy.
I know exactly what you
Gotta
mean.
have it. Gotta have it. Okay.
I like your choice of Gouda. A lot of people go cheddar.
Yes, sir.
But I think Gouda is a little of a softer, more fun flavor to play with those grits.
Really good choice.
And then you got the jus here.
What's that?
It's just some smoked chicken jus to go in the bottom of this bowl here.
So you liquefied
to make
chicken?
it look pretty. I mean, pretty much the bones and the juice. I made the juice right out of the bone.
And then you smoked it.
Yes, and add a little smoke flavor to it. Yeah. So
bone juice.
You like it, the juice?
and these babies smoked for about 5 hours.
Wow,
man.
you always treat
Are
us
they
so
actual
nice.
babies? Because they're small.
They are just Cornish game hens.
Cornish game
Do they not
hens,
get bigger
man.
than that?
No, it's about that's about the size you want right there. So check it out. And then at the end, just add a little bit of microgreens to it.
Yeah.
Anywhere on there that you want. I'm
That
gonna
is a
put them on
chef's
the
secret.
side just to make it look pretty. Give yourself a little green as well.
Look
People
at this
home,
thing.
all you need is microgreens. You just put it on there and it's like, oh, I went to culinary school.
They're
Right.
so
Like, boom.
peppery and so spicy. They got some love to them, Bo. They really give good flavor. It's not just about adding color to them.
Right.
Those are good, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
You're about to top it off with something here.
a little
What's this?
a little Big Daddy barbecue sauce.
Oh, come on.
A little Big Daddy barbecue sauce right there. Hopefully we'll have that in stores real soon.
Oh my! Well, speaking of things you have going on too,
Yes.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. You got podcasts, you got TV shows. Tell us about that.
Well, Case and your buddy Case. You know,
Case.
Case
Case
DeGario.
DeGario. Yeah, we love
Soul
him.
Men of the High South. We are rocking. We got a new season that's coming out right now. We are right now working on finishing, getting ourselves on all of the platforms.
Yeah,
Right.
we were on an episode
We will be there.
of Roots Festival.
Yes,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and you guys are part of this season, so it'll be
Yes.
fun.
Tune in.
Look forward to giving you that.
Yeah.
Cook with Brooks, man.
Yeah.
We're trying to get back on
Coming
the air.
back.
Yes, KNWA. We're going to
One
be
day a
there.
week,
One
you
day
said?
a week.
Okay.
Yep, one day a week.
Nice.
So by the beginning of the year, you should be able to see me every Friday at 12:30.
We just can't get enough of it.
Yeah. So and we're doing charity stuff.
Yeah.
We're doing just all over the place, man.
You gotta get a hold of this guy. Look him up, Chef Stephen Brooks. Look at this Cornish game hen. This absolutely is. It smells so great.
Oh my God.
It's gonna taste
That is
so good. I
You know,
can't wait.
It
man.
doesn't get any better than that, right?
Doesn't
there,
get any
brother.
better than
I'm
that.
telling you.
Thank you. It is the season for Cornish game hen. Stick around, folks. We got more happening later. Thank you for tuning in later with Jason Suel. Remember, you can find us out there on all the social media platforms.
Every single one of them.
That's right. Smash that like button.
Yeah, find our LinkedIn page and our live
Tumblr.
journal, our Tumblr.
MySpace, we're on that as well. You can also send us an email. Remember what those are? Over at laterwithjasonsuel.com. Before we leave this episode, let's thank our guests. I'd like to thank Casey Cowan from the Northwest Arkansas Food Bank.
Of course, Chef Stephen Brooks.
That's
as
right.
Always.
As always, good stuff. It smells great. I can't wait to try it. And the band, the duo, Peace Warriors. That's our show. See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Get in
Fork.
this.
Anyone?